If you're a black man, please be confident. Like, I'm so serious. I had a conversation today, and I could tell by that whole conversation, bro was not confident at all. And the thing about it is, you don't have to know all the information. You don't have to know all the details. But what people are looking for or looking at is your confidence. And a lot of confidence start with tone and for sureness of yourself. You do not have to have all the answers. You do not have to have everything together. But if your tone and conviction sounds like you're confident enough to even do the task, that lets people know I can pour into you, because after I pour into you, you're going to be ready. But if you're lacking that confidence off rip, I promise you, people are just going to be like, don't even worry about it.
And the reason why it's easy for me to not go tit for tat with somebody when somebody doing petty or weird stuff or trying to play verbal games or mind games, the reason why it's easy for me to not go tit for tat with those people is simply because I see you. I really see you. And you don't realize how much your ignorance makes you predictable. If I have empathic awareness, if I have situational awareness, empathic awareness, and I have discernment on top of that, I know where you come from every single time you try to play these games. You come from a place of misery. And the fact that you got to defend yourself against me all the time lets me know that you put me on too much of a high pedestal, which is not healthy for you in the first place. And if I don't neutralize it, I have to deal with the internal struggle, the internal battle of not alchemizing the situation. I have to deal with that because I know God wants me to be the better person in that situation. It's that simple.
Giving MAGA a soft landing, it's only going to take 2 generations to get right back to where we are after all this shit swings the opposite way. You have the Civil War, we move into Reconstruction, boom, they destroy that shit. Cool, we have Tulsa Massacre and everything else that happened between the 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. Then we have Civil Rights Act, boom, okay, cool, yeah, better access to voting rights, better access to equality, better access and service under the law. And then over the course of time, we're moving towards, no more redlining. We're getting progress. Now, 2 generations later, where are we? 2026. No more Roe. They're repealing different parts of the Civil Rights Acts. We got ICE in the streets kidnapping people and killing them. 2 generations, because y'all trying to give them a soft landing. After we get past this, 2 generations, we're right back here.
Donald Trump posted this, but you know what? If they some monkeys, then goddamn it, I am too, and we still smarter than you, and we know how to read. While you and your wife struggle to read children's books. On top of that, you have sex with children. Matter of fact, you do everything like a child because you wear diapers, shitting on yourself. Don't know when your bowel finna come out. You got a motherfucker around here changing your diaper, and you sitting in the White House. Yeah, we know they say you ain't been the same since Sasha stuck that broom up your rectum. This don't surprise me with Trump though. It's not excusable, but he don't even excuse himself to go to the bathroom. He just do it right there on his cell. And Trump, if you want to post something, post pictures of your wife. She got more nudes on the internet than Jenna Jameson. Talking about the first lady. The first lady to do what? Porn? For all the black people who follow him, go look in the mirror real quick. See if you got them dark spots under your eyes yet. You should be transforming into a coon any second now, if you ain't already done it yet. Post some pictures for us. We want to see your transition. This is why I hate to hear people say everybody can have their own political views. This is beyond political views. If you support Trump, I don't with you. That's my political view. Now, can you see that view? What it look like? Everybody in favor of Luigi getting out of jail so he can finish the real job, raise your hand. If you're willing to support a GoFundMe for him to get out, raise both hands.
Bruh, Casablanca got on TikTok and said America really fumbled the millennials and Gen Zs. Like, we were the hypest generation and they could have got so much more out of us for the next 2 or 3 generations after us. And I'm not gonna lie, I highly do agree with them because, bro, back in school, bro, it was lit, bro. We were hyped, bro. Like, they had us. Do you understand? They had us with the songs. They had us with the I pledge allegiance to the flag. And I went to a military school, so you know a nigga was proud. Pledge allegiance to the flag. The 9/11 stuff happened, you know, the fear. They had our little asses scared. But just like he said, America is so fucking greedy, bro. Let me simplify this more into my life terms right now. So y'all, right now, like, you know, I'm an influencer, day trading. I just got a lot of stuff going on for me right now. However, though, before I got like this, yo, I was at this warehouse job. It was dice, y'all. I'm talking about 6 to 4, Monday through Friday. There was monthly, like, not monthly, but quarterly bonuses. I was getting paid every week. I was making really good money, y'all. Like, to be honest, if shit didn't skyrocket the way it was and maybe step out on faith and risk, I probably would still be there to this day. Probably making damn near $32 an hour, paycheck almost $2,000 a week, bro. I swear to God, I would have fit right into that category. Like, fuck this. I got my job. I'm having my fun. I got my money. I got my house, cars. Everything is affordable. I'm living the motherfucking dream. But no, this country would be so goddamn greedy. The moral of this video is, Casa Berna, I agree with you. Like, America really could have gotten our asses for another 2 or 3 generations, I promise you. But greed always kills it.
Who do you think causes more damage to America, illegal immigrants or African Americans?
I will argue neither. I think white people do the most damage to America.
What happened to black fatigue? Like, you know, I remember all different groups of people coming together telling how they all tired of black folks. You know what I'm saying? But now that black people ain't at these protests, y'all want us to come out and help. What happened to black fatigue? Nah, I'm petty. I'm so tired of that fake kumbaya shit, black and brown unity. Y'all folks really don't fuck with black people. Just even looking at this chart, bro, that shit be so flawed. Black folks, the only one that really tried to stand up for everybody. When it was time, bro, we always try to vote or even try to do the best thing that's going to benefit everybody. Look at the goddamn Asians. Look at Latinos, white folk, white women. You know what I'm saying? Be claiming they oppressed, but like, y'all, man, hey, bro, it's really time we really got to apply that same type of energy, bro. You know what I'm saying, bro? At the end of the day, man, we really all we got.
That the best way to destroy black men is to deny them the opportunity to work. You know what I'm getting at, because Bill Moyers didn't tell you that was Vanishing Black Family documentary. 1 of every 3 marriages in this country, black or white, ends in a divorce in 18 months. Now you see, it used to be if you got a divorce, something was wrong with you. But when you have a stat this high, something must be going on in our society. I now want to explain what that is. When America believed in agriculture, America believed in extended family. When America believed in the factory, industrialism, America believed in the nuclear family. But now that America believes in the computer, now America believes in a single-parent family. Make sure you see my analysis. When the economy changed, the family structure changed. There was more than love in these relationships. There was some money involved here. Our grandparents worked the fields together, had economic reason to stay together, and so they did. In a factory, man works in factory, woman takes care of children. Economic reason again to stay together. But in this new economy, where you now have women working just as much, if not more, than men, you now hear women telling men, I don't need you. Got my own job. Do what I want to do when I want to do it. And we are now doing it very well and by ourselves. You know the #1 song in America a couple of years ago, Ain't Nothing Going On But the Rent. If you want to be with me, you got to have a job. It's all about money. All about money. When the economy changed, the family structure changed. And so now we have a lot of people making plenty of money and lonely. Have placed money before family. You see, black men want to do what white men do. Buy their family a house in the suburbs, 2 cars, and once a year go down to Orlando for Disney World on vacation. And when black men can't do that, they don't feel they're worthy enough to stay. Now you see, the problem is there are 2 responses black women can give to black men when they're out of work. Now the first response some women say is, well, if you ain't working, you got to go. If you ain't working, you got to go. That's the mistake. Because black men don't hire nor fire, nor control the means of production. Now, before black men say that's right, brother, you tell them, please, brothers, quit assuming that black women took our jobs away. Because black women also do not hire nor fire. We are being played off against each other for some crumbs. We recommend the second response. For black women to say to that man, well, if you ain't working, can you at least go back to school? Can you at least learn a skill? Or at least make dinner or wash dishes while I'm gone? But the problem is there are very few black men that look to black women for a definition of manhood. Black men, as I said earlier, want to do what white men do. And that means be the breadwinner. What I'm getting at is, we're going to have to redefine what it means to be a man. Because if being a man means being the provider, with 25% of black men out of work, that's a suicidal definition. You see, if I lose my job tomorrow, I'm still a man. As long as I'm responsible, treat my wife correctly, raise my children, that's responsibility. I'm not going to allow my employer to reduce my masculinity. I need to define what being a man is. And I think it's a perfect balance between the mental, the spiritual, and the physical. Not being a breadwinner, but a balance between the mental, physical, and the spiritual. Isn't it interesting? You have 2 black men. Both lose their jobs. One black man resorts to crime, leaves his home. He's been reduced by the society. The other black man sells newspapers, sells peanuts, does whatever he can to take care of his family. Same economic situation, but a different set of values. We have to work on that. A new definition can resolve this problem. I'm not belittling money. You have to have money living in America, but that's not the criteria for manhood. Boys make babies. Men take care of them. That's the definition. One more comment here. I mentioned earlier in our past workshop on the peer group. Let me share with you here this dichotomy where you have the mental over here and you have the physical over here. You see, a real problem is our boys have a difficult time finding a balance in the middle. I mentioned earlier homosexuality, and the figure is 1 of every 9 men in this country are homosexuals. It's going to increase. And the reason is because we've been so skewed to the physical, being macho, that when our boys want to be on the honor roll, they're labeled sissies. Want to be involved in the fine arts? Labeled sissies. Want to be open, honest, communicative? Labeled sissies. When you label something long enough, you begin to act that way. So you have the homosexuals over here, and you have the athletes, the machos, over here. Tremendous dichotomy between these 2. We have got to find some men that can teach black boys and Hispanic boys the balance between the physical and the mental. There's simply too much pressure over here. It's hard to find the balance, and women can't teach this. Only a man can do this. We need more black men who can do both of these areas. Physically balanced and mentally balanced. And spiritual in the middle.